Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about the Numenera WUBRG campaign season 1, run with the gold player, and we're going to continue on. So at this point, Wentworth, who is also Blackout, is currently at Pine Bluffs, and he has made a safe space for about 40 townies and students at this point. Alice, a very productive student, is with him, and she's been collecting data on the Sunaks. She has a whole notebook filled with it, and Jaron, the priest from the chapel in Fairview, has come and tried to get the group to go help rescue 25 to 75 townies who are trapped in the Fairview Chapel, right? Now, immediately, Wentworth says, hey, I understand you want to save your congregants, but the reality is we need to get a message to Earth, right? Now, at this point, Wentworth notices Laura. So Laura is the independent female student who doesn't belong to any clique, right? She's just kind of like super punk rock, really mostly solo, smart, and independent, right? And at this point, when he's talking to Jaron and trying to, convince the rest of the group, he looks at Lauren and there's a moment, right, between the two of them, right? And if you've ever been if you ever been in a crisis, this can definitely happen, right? And so I tried to portray this in the story. And I think it came across well that the two of them realized what's happening right now is Jaron is going to lead this group or Wentworth is going to lead this group, right? And Laura realizes that this is the moment of truth and that the leader of the group is being chosen right now, right? And so I said, okay, so Jaron's trying to get everybody and you're trying to get everybody. Do you want to make that roll right now, that persuasion roll night right now? Or do you want to break and take some more time and talk to some people individually? So Wentworth, the gold player, says, I want to break and talk to people individually. So he goes to Eric. Now, Eric is a Bearcat. So Wentworth is the star wide receiver. He catches almost every pass, Eric is a tight end, but he's actually not even first string, right? He is a tight end. He is not the tight end, right? Wentworth goes and wants to talk to him and kind of shore up his leadership, right? So that when he goes to Jaron to convince the group, he's got some backup, right? And he says, listen, Eric. And Eric says, hey, I know you want to, I know you're going to ask me to help you get to the transmission tower. But here's the thing. We shouldn't be doing the transmission tower mission and we shouldn't be doing the congregate mission. You and I need to find Darren. We need to find the Bearcats quarterback, right? And we don't know where he is. He could be hurt, right? And if we find Darren, we can find the rest of the Bearcats. And then the Bearcats will take care of all this themselves, right? So Wentworth says, listen, Eric, everything's upside down, right? And right now, I am the quarterback. Darren is missing, right? We are going to look for him when we go on our way to the transmission tower, right? But the reality is we're the only two Bearcats left. And that means right now, you and I are the team, right? And it's not that I don't want to find, it's not that I don't want to find Darren, it's that we just can't. We don't have the time for it, right? We got the ball and we got to get to the end zone, right? And so he makes his roll to convince him, and he is able to convince him, which is good, right? And I'm going to cut it off there, and we'll pick up right from that point. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion on running Numenera. The important part is when I hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing and have a fetch millennium.